So what I really wanted to do is let the community know what's going on with Bosco's. We've been getting a lot of phone calls and inquiries about what's going on with the restaurant and the bar. So the bar is still open every weekend, typically Friday through Sunday. We have the bar open. We have a bar menu that's pretty good in the bar, as well as for food, as well as cocktails and a regular bar fare. We have live music every Saturday still. We're not doing karaoke right now. Tomorrow is the first Sunday of the month, so we'll have the jam session, which is always a lot of fun. But the restaurant side is closed for the month of August and moving into September for a couple of reasons. One is we're in the process of looking for a new management team, and we're in talks with a couple of really great restaurant operators in Pleasanton right now about taking over Bosco's and upgrading the menu, getting a new chef in here, kind of raise the level a little bit. But the other thing that we're doing with Bosco, as you may have noticed from all the signs on the building and the big banner, is we're doing acting as a donation center for the Maui fire relief efforts. My daughter and son-in-law live in Maui, and we've been flying back and forth. They've made trips here, and my wife is currently there now. Took 15 boxes over on Friday of stuff. You can see in the background here all the boxes stacked up in the restaurant. We're using the restaurant as really a warehouse right now, the restaurant side, to support just basic needs for people in Maui. Everything from clothing to cases of diapers here. There's basic sundries here like lip balm and soaps and conditioners and stuff back there. This week we delivered 1,695 masks on the flight that left yesterday on Friday. We have another 800 coming from a nice dentist office that in San Jose that donated them. So we're really just trying to help out our friends and family in Maui that were affected by this extremely tragic fire event. Just my son-in-law's family lost 12 properties with 14 houses. And that affected about 20 families, just in my son-in-law's family alone. My kids have 3 families staying at their house right now. One of my son-in-law's uncles makes his living as a musician, and he lost all of his musical instruments in the fire. I mean, people got out with literally what was on their back. The fire happened so fast that those that got out literally were left with what was on their back. It's not going to get any better any soon. We'll be doing fundraisers all year, but I'm going to move after next weekend when we box up pallets. We have a shipping container going next weekend, and the Boy Scouts are helping us with that. After we get that boxed up, we'll clear out the restaurant and prepare it for service again later in September. And then we'll move all our donation center upstairs to one of the empty offices that are upstairs. But we'll be collecting items and shipping stuff back and forth for at least a year in support of their efforts. Just now starting to get our first request for building materials. So we're going to try to help with some cargo containers, shipping containers of building materials after this phase. So once we get done with the initial basic needs phase, then we'll move into helping them rebuild their lives. No, the building is not for sale. This building's had one owner, the Cerny family. I bought it from them 2 years ago, and we have no intention of selling the building. The restaurant's for sale. We're looking to bring in a whole new operator for the restaurant. We bought the building a couple years ago. We put a lot of money into deferred maintenance. The building just sat here for about 10 years before I took it over. So there's been a lot of infrastructure, new floors, new walls, a lot of plumbing upgrades, some electrical upgrades. We put LEDs throughout the building, and we're also getting ready to open the store in September. So by the end of September, we should have the store opened, and it'll be called Sunol Country Store. And our goal is to have produce, meats, a lot of stuff that you would want to get so people don't have to drive to town. They drive into Rayleigh's or Safeway to get it. Just have a quick stop here, more of a full service grocery store than what was in there before. We're having all custom cabinets made right now We've already put a new beautiful floor in that store. We painted from one end to the other, and we have custom cabinets being built right now. So once the cabinets are done, we expect to have a extensive Livermore Valley wine selection, and we're going to focus on as much local products as we have. So if people have local products they want to sell, we're happy to bring them into the store. We're looking for local farmers for produce, local ranchers for meats, everything from local eggs to Tim Koopman's beef, anybody that can bring in local produce and local products. We may even have a section for local artwork. We're going to do things like go to the 4-H auction every year at the fair, and we'll buy 4-H animals to support 4-H and put those through the store. We're going to do as much local as we can. We're looking for help from people in the community that have local products that we can sell in the store as well. The custom cabinet shop is fabulous. They really do a great job over there, getting bigger and bigger. My biggest concern is they're going to outgrow the facility sooner than later, but they really like being on Main Street. They like being in downtown Sunol. Their biggest challenge, though, is having enough space. The goal is to build a bed and breakfast upstairs. We've done the architectural work, and this year we'll be talking to the county and add a bed and breakfast upstairs. We want to put 10 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms upstairs. And that's going to be a long discussion with the county, I'm sure. The biggest challenges we've had owning this building is dealing with a lot of the red tape at the county. And that's been the toughest part. Sunol Advisory Committee has been very helpful in getting us through that. The county commissioners have been very helpful, but it's just not easy to do business in Alameda County. It's considered one of the more challenging counties in the state, and which I didn't realize until I got in and rolled up my sleeves and got involved with it. The goal is to build a bed and breakfast upstairs to support the wedding business in Sunol and to support locals here. I'd love to have a place for my family to stay, when we have events, birthday parties, or during the holidays, so we don't have to have them stay clear over in Pleasanton. And I know a lot of people that would, so we're hoping to be able to provide that service as well. We're going to put an elevator in the building, and it'll be all upstairs. We'll have 10 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. We're going to have a beer garden out front. We've got Sunol Coffee is going to be out front in the morning with their booth as part of our group. And we've got a chef and kitchen staff coming in to support a group of volunteers to run the big barbecue. We'll have tri-tip and chicken and pulled pork like we did last year, and should be a fun party. Should be a fun event. This is the first time for the guild really taking over the event, so it's going to be a good test for us, for the business guild to take over this full event. So it's a big event. One of the vendors that's looking at coming in and taking over the restaurant is actually wants to expand the music to be more often than just Saturday nights. And karaoke has always been popular here. It wasn't popular enough to sustain 2 nights a week, but we're working on trying to do 1 night a week. Comedy was actually very successful last year, so we're hoping to bring comedy back as well.
Well, it's wonderful, Michael. We're so glad that you're investing in Sunol, helping make downtown vibrant again, and really putting use to that beautiful building. Did you want to share with us anything else?
No, I think we about covered it.
And we really appreciate what you're doing for Maui as well, Michael. Appreciate your time today.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to donate, there's a sign on the front of a couple signs on front of the building to tell the items that we're looking for right now. And just give me a call at the number on the bottom of the sign, and I'll meet you here to open up. I'm usually here. Most days I'm here, and my office is upstairs. So just call that number, and I'll be glad to come down and open it up for you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for bringing us your update today, Michael.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Take care.